Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Formula Virtual Racing. Extended hellos, because I don't know why, but we are live back here for Season 6 of Formula Virtual Racing. We are live here at Interlagos. It should be an absolutely fascinating Grand Prix back in the arguably one of the most exciting leagues on the platform. I am joined by one of the most exciting co-commentators on the platform on this day. Brendan, how are you doing? There's a little
compliment for you. Very well. We're fresh after the break. Got a fresh trim. Boom. Everything's fresh and ready to go. And we have a new fresh driver in the Mercedes. A main driver.
Yeah, Tyler, it's his debut for the season. He's a main driver. So, he's been out. He's been on the work grind. And your most important news today for the series is that Brendan has a fresh trim. So we are getting ready to go here in Interlagos. It is a 36 lap Grand Prix, and this could be crucial for the championship if you've not seen the updates to the championship because of the new game loading. We only have 9 rounds now this season. We have Brazil, Monaco, Belgium, Holland and Singapore. But Brendan, I believe you'd like to go on board with him for a lap, so here is Tyler crossing the line.
So, start on the mediums, and now you're going to brake. Just try clip the inside as much as you can for the Senna S here, but without making a mistake. That's been a time in the pits.
That's quite bad.
So through the flat left-hander, down the smaller of the DRS straight, 16.8 first sector. As it's mainly about power there. So, obviously, Senna S is so important to get your exit right. Now, brake as long as you're there, and then keep your foot in and make sure the rear end doesn't step out. It's a tight and twisty section here. And this is what makes Brazil it isn't that easy to set up for us. He might want a little bit downforce middle sector, but now, as you see here, it's again you're flat, and now brake into sector 2, 51.1, and you now head up the start finish straight, all flat pretty much. So you just keep to the left, keep as high as you can just to shave up couple of thousands, and it's P2 on the medium, 107.7.
107.7 for Tyler Davison. That's not a bad lap. It's his old teammate Harry Delaney in front of him. There goes Legend Rosenberg. Bet you didn't expect to see him at the top of the timing sheets today. Whoa, what a shock. But Legend Rosenberg with a 106.5. That is a very nice lap indeed for the Dutchman. Further down the pack we have one of the Alpines crossing the line now. That's just starting a lap. That's Liam Houseman. We have the Alfa Romeo of Miro Regebuy, I believe is how you pronounce that. He goes to 7th. That is a 111.0 for him. Adrian into the pit lane. Jake Marsh on a bit of a run here for the Scuderia team. Still challenging for the title. There goes Jack Redmond. That's second in the timing sheets. Really good stuff for him. He, of course, won his championship here. He's won the Brazilian Grand Prix before, back in season number 3. He is looking to take another win tonight. That's Chloe Glennon, gone to 3rd.
Yeah, I believe Chloe's got some very nice pace around here, to be fair.
Yeah, Chloe was running really well in Season 3, then an incident with Lewis McWilliam, and last season I believe it was a very early opening crash for the former Williams driver. Here comes Jake Marsh across, goes 3rd, so, and he's beaten instantly by Sam Davis. Sam Davis got a nice little toe on the back of the Ferrari man. So, very nice, and hello to Sam's chief engineer in the chat, as always, a bit of an infamous man, Kyle Davis, around these parts. As, Sam uses his account, that's how much of a close bond those two are. But Bune's gone to 10th, he's off at Yunsao. But I believe that was just abandoning a lap. Enzo King burning a bit of fuel, heading towards the line. We have 11 laps on the board. Still have the 2 Williamses, Ferrari and an Alfa Romeo to set a time. The Angelo Carrick is serving a qualifying ban for an incident in the United States. So here comes Enzo King across the line now to start his lap. We'll stick on board with the Williamsman. Heads down towards the Senna S's into 1. That is Liam Houseman, or that is somebody improving there. I think it was Liam Houseman, gone to 4th. Enzo King heading down towards turn number 4. The three-time FVR winner. He's won the Azerbaijan Grand Prix twice, and he's won his home GP in Austria. I'm sure he's a happy camper. Austria winning their UEFA Nations League game today. And a great result. Oh, he's not going to be happy now, though, because that's an invalid lap time. Enzo King invalidating his time there, unfortunately, as there's not many out on track. Harry Delaney is out on track now for the McLaren crew. He used to drive for McLaren. Back all the way in Season 2, he did a few races for them. He was joined alongside FVR champ Lewis McWilliam. Oh, big snap! And that's a very impressive save. He is only on an out or an in lap, but that is a very impressive catch for Harry Delaney.
Another one there, yeah, and he's got a refuel symbol. By the way,
yeah,
please don't mention Nations League, I'd like to forget it.
Oh yes, same. I don't really want to be thinking about our fixture. But we shall move swiftly onwards. As we're going to take a look at Thomas Main. He's starting a lap now, heading down towards the Senna S's. Thomas Main, of course, has not won in Brazil. He's won in a lot of circuits back in Season 1 in his Ferrari days. He has a Monaco GP victory under his name. And he has a Canadian GP victory under his name. Got a podium in Imola this season as well, did Thomas Main, as a reserve representative. He's a reserve representative for the Williams crew as well today, replacing Dutchman Yuri Wessels. Yuri had a great start to the season, but he's currently living the life in Lorette in Spain, so he's definitely not thinking about this evening. But Thomas Main is going to come into a bit of traffic of Leroy Van Schendel in front as he heads towards the famous Alex Albon Lewis Hamilton corner, or the infamous Lewis Hamilton Alex Albon corner into Yunseo. Again, Lewis Hamilton, pretty famous corner for him, is that Glock, and onto the uphill section, and down the straight. Whoever gets a good run down the straight in the race, that'll be crucial. You can do a lot of overtakes into turn number 1. Hangs to the left-hand side, and he'll pop himself up to 6th, just behind Jake Marsh. Not a bad attempt for the Belgian, as Enzo is stopped through the Senna S's, so the next lap hasn't gone much better than the first for Enzo King. We'll take a look at Juan Hernandez now, as he heads down the Retroposta. Decent lap so far for Juan Hernandez in the Ferrari, with beautiful inside shot here.
Just see now, obviously he's coming up to a corner where we've seen one or two things happen. Then again, in Brazil, nearly every corner has something that's happened that you remember, especially this last corner. And ironically, it was the Ferrari which was the one who got done over by the events of that last corner. But let's see.
It's probably not the crew. Oh, he's invalid.
Oh my days, that's the worst validation I've ever seen, to be honest.
Yep, I don't think Ferrari will like that corner too much either, because, well, it's not really a corner.
Does that even count as a corner?
I don't think it does. I have the track map open beside me. That one doesn't even count as a corner. The little kink before it does. But no, here comes Legend Rosenberg. Now, normally when we're in this stage of the season in his entirety of a career, we're talking about him leading the championship. He's not leading the championship. The man who's currently 8th, Luke Davies, has won the last 2 Grand Prix. Of course, if you weren't with us in the United States, you need to watch it, because it was utter chaos of the highest order. Jake Marsh, unfortunately, lost the win that day.
No laps the first today, it seems, for him.
Here comes Legend Rosenberg across the line. As I imagine he is going to improve his lap. He absolutely does. That's a 6.5 for Rosenberg. Not a bad time at all for him. Jake Marsh on another run for Ferrari. Can his lap go better than Juan Hernandez as he's improving? Oh, a bit of a mistake through Yunseo. We'll get a bit of a tow from the McLaren in front. That's the McLaren of Harry Delaney, who is actually, ironically, his esports team boss. Oh, Jake into the pits. He's had enough of that one. He was improving on his lap, which is a bit of a shocker to me. Liam Houseman's on another run, currently narrowly beating his teammate. We'll stick with it. His teammate, Clive Leather, as she heads into Yunseo. Oh, that's a very close 0.001. As Aaron has joined us, so that's another runner at the top of the timing tower. Here comes Lloyd, cross the line. Lost 2/10 on that run through the final corner, unfortunately. I believe it was a second lap as well on that set of tyres, as the two Alpines are nip and tuck here. It's a 7.5 for Chloe, 7.518, and for Liam Houseman, it's going to be an improvement here, but it's still going to be fairly nip and tuck with the two Alpines. They're running quite well indeed this evening here in Interlagos. Liam Houseman, he's going to beat Jake Marsh, actually. He's gained a lot in that final sector. He will beat Jake Marsh. Jake down to 7th. Has not been the best qualifier this season at all, and he needs to improve on that.
Juan has had a question in. He's asking if giving tolls to someone who isn't your teammate illegal, because he's just seen Tyler and Chloe do it.
No, it isn't illegal. This is not PSGL. Surprised it was them two who did get the tow. Imagine Luke Davies will be getting a tow from someone there as well.
I'd be more surprised if I saw Legend on pole, if I'm being honest.
Well done, Brendan. You detected my sarcasm. On board with Jack Redmond. Heads down to the Decido de Lago. Not a bad run through there for Jack Redmond. He's back on form, back in his old form.
Well, yeah, sounds awesome.
We've had someone take your sentence out of context, Brendan. No, that was back in the season 3 days, Kyle. Tyler Davison has just gone to second. That is, I imagine, what Juan is complaining about with a bit of tow there. But we'll stick with Jack Redmond, who's currently third. Him and Sam, both are very good in qualifying. Sam, unfortunately, not so good in the races. Jack Redmond, however, has 2 back-to-back podiums. One in Imola, one in the United States. And so here comes Jack Redmond. Around that corner, we've seen a famous Verstappen save. Will we see any saves today? Across the line for Jack Redmond. He will go to second. He'll beat Tyler Davison, and now he is in a brilliant position. Him and an Alpha Terry just absolutely work, and has proven it once again. He's got his bright spark back. Yellow flag, that is for Luke Davies.
Oh, well...
oh, that's a horrible start to his lap. Well, yeah, this one.
He's gotta go round once more.
Yeah, you gotta go around once more. That's a horrible start to his lap. Juan Hernandez is on another run, and the Ferrariman needs to get a lap in because he had his teammate is the one who had a shocking qualifying in the last race in the United States. Juan wasn't there, of course. He was living the life at the Barcelona Grand Prix. But here comes Juan Hernandez, takes a high line to start his qualifying lap, and we'll see what he can do.
Apparently let me see, the board and pit entry's gone now.
Oh, brilliant. The driver's got a warning about that. Obviously didn't obey it. But here comes Juan Hernandez down the Retta Oposta. Here comes Juan Hernandez. I'm not going to even pronounce the name of that corner. It is definitely in Brazilian. Oh, there's the Red Bulls, I believe, giving a bit of a tow. That's Legend and Aaron. I believe it's Legend helping out Aaron there. They're down at the Descida de Lago. That's Juan Hernandez. Into Bico de Pato is the name of that corner. You're not going to hear me say that many times tonight because that's a mouthful for all my Irish accent. Juan Hernandez, he's improving by, would you believe, 3.5 seconds. So, he's on for a good run.
And let's see, Hernandez comes to the line. Hopefully he doesn't invalidate.
Nope, doesn't invalidate this time. He runs very close to that left-hand wall, and he goes to 4th, just behind Tyler Davison. It's not as bad as 14th, but he would have been liking to be in that front row, possibly. We'll see where Aaron McFall... Oh, Aaron's invalidated, actually, so he'll have to pile back on to another lap.
And Luke Davies there. Oh, that car could easily went, probably took a little too much curb.
Luke Davies struggling. He's not the best qualifier of all time. He's very good at a race pace, but he's definitely not the best qualifier.
Yeah, so the situation now for him is
and Avesta's joined. That's a bit of an issue because Avesta's not allowed race.
Yeah, who invited him?
I don't know.
Yeah, we might want to get to the bottom of that. 6, and Luke Davies up to 9th, but that isn't great now, because he's got a championship lead to protect.
Here we go. Legend is on his final run of the session, possibly. Vesta is gone. So here comes Legend Rosenberg. He's 0.2 of a second up. This is going to smash the pole time. I think he might have got in on friends only, because that's what we have to do for the settings, but that will definitely be changed. As here comes Legend Rosenberg to the line. This could possibly smash his pole time. He will go to a 6.3, and I don't think anybody's going to beat that. Here comes Harry Delaney. He improves, but it's very marginally. Sam Davis is improving on his lap as he flies through Yunseo.
And through Arquibanzadas, which is actually the actual last corner, it is a corner.
Is it? Wow. Sam Davis improves on his lap time. Tyler Davison still to go in his final one. He's an out. That was a Ferrari adventuring.
So
here comes Larry Lennon round Yunseo into Subida de Boxes is the name of that one. We're just flexing with the Portuguese as Al McFall goes to 9th. Here comes Chloe across the line. Oh, it's a 10 down, so maybe she was just starting another lap because she was running not close to the inside wall, and that's what you want to do. There goes Thomas Main up to 7th, although I believe he's going for another lap. Liam Houseman flies around just in front, just behind his Alpine teammate as well. You can see there's the two Alpines on screen. Jack Redmond and Tyler Davison has just started his run. Heads through the Senna S's. We'll keep an eye on him. Very, very slidey through turn number 1. That's not where you want to get the car. He's run the inside curb, and that is Thomas May out of the session. Jake Marsh is on another run. He's heading down the Retro Robusta as well.
Up here. This is not looking bad. Not bad by any means. For
just cut to the two Alpines. We'll see what Clyde's doing.
Realistically, Luke needs a favour here, I'd say. And if Tyler could even just be on the front row, it might be very good news for him.
Here comes Ty again. We'll come back to the guys challenging for pole now, but they're a little bit back on the circuit. Look at the two Alpines charging in the slipstream. Look at the run for Liam Houseman. He goes to 7th. Not a bad job, but we cut back to Tyler Davison. Jack Redmond's held up. Oh, he's been held up by a reserve. Oh no, that's his qualifying ruined. He was held up by a reserve. Here's Tyler Davison across the line. Can he take pole for the Mercedes team? They're on a great run. Can he do it? No, he falls short. Jack Redmond's lap is over, presumably. See what Jake Marsh goes to 6th. And unfortunately Jack Redmond and Miro's lap are both done because of a bit of incompetence for the Alfa Romeo, but we'll cut him some slack. But that is it.
So
that is qualifying.
We got the big news of what we have our championship leader down in P12, while second place is up on pole position, as is nearly customary.
There is your qualifying results. It's Legend Rosenberg on pole. Tyler Davison will start second. That's a very interesting front row. Jack Redmond in 3rd. Juan Hernandez 4th. Sam Davis, apologies, in 5th. I will never get used to that. Jake Marsh in 6th. Harry Delaney in 7th. Enzo King 8th. Liam Houseman 9th. Thomas Main in 10th. Alan McFall 11th. Luke Davies 12th. Clegg Lennon 13th. Bourbieu 14th. Adrian Teich 15th. Miro Rejevoui 16th. Leroy Van Chenel 17, and then the man with the qualifying ban, Liam Angelo Carrick, will start at the back. A very interesting qualifying.
Indeed.
I don't see the weather conditions, but that's a great pole lap for Legend Rosenberg, a 6.3. That's a very good run. He's exceptional, Legend. He's new pedals as well, so his reliability might become even better. Brendan, who's winning in Brazil? And more importantly, will Legend take back the lead of the championship?
I think Luke would be able to move his way up the grid as he usually does. Probably into an okay point position that will protect his championship lead for this race. But realistically, you'd be expecting Legend to win based on the pace he had. Although maybe Tyler, given that he doesn't have anything to lose at this point, could see him try something here, and he may, if thinking, I'm starting on 0 today, I can go for it and see if I can get 25.
Well, we are getting ready to go here in Interlagos. It will be a one-stop. Just bear in mind, safety cars. It will be a one-stop if we do have green flag racing to the end. But you know, something tells me we won't, because we never do, which makes it interesting. But here's the tyre choices, and I imagine it's going to be fairly... Oh no, it's not. That surprised me now. I thought it'd be all mediums for the bottom 10, but it is mediums for Luke Davies, Adrian, Angelo Carrick, softs for the rest. But welcome to the Autodromo Jose Carlos Pache, named after the famous Brazilian driver. The first race here was in 1973. The first race here in FVR was back in Season 2, in that wonderful year, which we all remember so fondly, of 2020. It's a 4.309 kilometre circuit, 2.677 miles. For those using the Imperial system, it has 15 corners. This 13% less engine power going up around the circuit here because of the less oxygen, because it's 800 metres above sea level. So there's an interesting fun fact for you. The engines cannot run at full power. There's been 5 Brazilian winners of the Brazilian Grand Prix: Enzo Fittipaldi, Carlos Pache, Nelson Piquet, Ayrton Senna and Felipe Massa. You all remember Felipe Massa's win. It was an unfortunate day for him that day, despite winning his home Grand Prix. Back in 2013, this hosted the last race of the V8 era, and it was a cracker. But we are ready to go here in Interlagos for the FVR Season 6 Grand Prix, and this could be a crucial race in the championship, because if you can win this one, this will give you the momentum to the end.
But I'm just making a point there. To be fair, Massa did win in 2006, to be fair.
He did win in 2006, that's correct. But here we go. Legend lines us up on the grid. Legend's last win this season, well, that came back in the first race of the season. Lining up on the grid. Liam Angelo Carrick gets us lined up here for Aston Martin. Legend, of course, is all team Aston Martin, the one he won his title in, the one he won 2 Constructors' Championships in. He's in the Red Bull racing car now. We are loading in. We are getting ready to go. The hype is building. We're waiting on Jack Redmond, who's loading, and hopefully he gets in with no issues. He lines up third on the grid behind his Honda-powered sister car. Yep, we're all in here. 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. We go racing it into Lagos. That's a brilliant launch from the Mercedes on the outside, but Legend Rosenberg covers them off down towards turn number 1 in the centre S's. Juan Hernandez already up to third. He's got a brilliant launch in that Scuderia Ferrari. Someone has not got off the line. It was Leroy Van Schendel. He's not got off the line. Tyler Davison hunting down the Dutchman who leads the Grand Prix. There's another Dutchman out of the race. Tarry and it's Liam Houseman, and now we have a safety car just as Tyler Davison was about to take the lead. But McLaren have had a horrible race start here. Harry Delaney out of the race, and Leroy Van Schendel did not start. He stalled on the grid, but Liam Houseman qualified really well, qualified in 7th. He is already out by the time we got through the second part of the centre S's. We'll get a report on that in a moment for what happened with Liam Houseman. Miro Regibui is up 6 spots to 10th. He's your biggest gainer. Liam Angelo Carrick is up 5. But Juan Hernandez got the best launch of the front crew. Tyler Davison was about to take the race lead when, unfortunately, the safety car came out. That's what he was hoping for, no safety car.
Yeah, maybe if it had come out half a second later, he might have been in front.
don't know what happened with Harry Delaney and Liam Houseman, but Liam's not happy, and Harry says he seems like he's made a new best friend, so we'll get a report on that when we can. Sam Davis takes the early gamble, he's into the pit lane.
I suppose, yeah, if you could go hard, if he's going on hard tyres. Or what, is he going? Oh, it's a front wing change.
Oh yeah, he's gone for another set of softs. That's a good gamble actually, because he can still go for the traditional strategy like everybody else. Yeah, no, I can agree with that. That's a good strategy from Sam Davis. That was definitely brother Kyle's influence, because some of Sam's strategy calls this season have not been very good, as that is Leroy Van Schendel having enough already, or else possibly a disconnect because he did not start. Could be some software issues. He's gone for the hards, but he's not here, of course, to go for them. Interesting to see Tyler Davison get such an early run on our race leader Legend Rosenberg, though, because he could have got him into turn number 1. Sam hit the back of Juan, actually. Okay,
yeah,
interesting.
I think you... Yeah, I can make sense of where that came from, yeah. It might have been around turn 2.
Yeah,
I think Jack might have hit 1 as well. Somehow.
Maybe.
Or that could be just like...
Yeah, Jack says it's my internet. So that's what Jack's issues there, as, yeah, we can see... Oh, he's hit 1 round! Oh, no!
Will Juan get back his places? No.
No, Juan won't get back his places. Juan is down to 9th position. The Alpha Tauri has hit him round.
Oh, that's a penalty, surely, is it?
Yeah, that's got to be a penalty for Jack Redmond, because he was alongside him when he shouldn't have been. He was alongside him. And Juan Hernandez is now, from what was a brilliant race start, now in 9th.
There. This is a...
Yeah, Jack needs to get this sorted, because he's already had one internet issue with Enzo King. But oh no, Jack needs to go here, because he's...
There's no... It'd be bearable if there was ghosting, but no ghosting. You're just asking to get people penalties they shouldn't get. Yeah,
Juan is not a happy camper. We've a report on what happened. Sam Davis there from Chief Engineer Kyle Davis. He says yes, it was in turn 2. He had a good start, but was side to side with someone else. Just unfortunate, no hard feelings. Okay, so an unfortunate incident for one AlphaTauri, but he's still here in the race and still running. Well, he's not running well. He's last, but. Juan is very angry, is the only way I can describe it. And to be fair, I would be too. But Jack Redmond, he's staying far back from Enzo King here, so at least he's taking some sort of precaution.
Only going to compromise those behind him, though.
Yeah, not wrong, but I suppose it's better than hitting off another car as we are going. Is safety car in this lap? I thought it would be. I don't see why we're not in this lap.
Each other behind the CT car. They probably don't trust them to go. Alright lads, go race.
Virtual Michael Massey is not very happy. I know Michael Massey's not the race director for very good reasons, but I was going to say, who's the head
it
race?
could be just you, to be fair.
Yeah, I was going to say, could it be head of the stewards of the admin, but that's just me and you again. So, it's definitely not us, and virtual me and virtual
saying like glitching the lobby.
What's happening?
I don't know.
No, I just didn't hear you.
Jake saying like glitching the lobby.
Ah. Great. That's what I love to hear. That's what we all love to hear. That's
I know, it's so exciting.
Oh, it's tremendous.
I tinkle with joy when I hear it. Like, I tinkle with joy in the same way I tinkle with joy when I find out I have an Irish test in the...
No one is going to get that, apart from me.
Well, maybe... Let's put it this way.
Maybe if Liam Angelo Carrick's tuning in under the safety car. He's currently 12th on a set of the mediums, so not doing too bad, is Carrick. I definitely think we're going racing this lap.
Surely. You've got everyone here, so... let's go. I suppose.
We had everyone here last lap as well, and they didn't let us go, so...
Well, yeah, probably because they wanted to see if they go a lap without causing things.
And they have. So we're in this lap.
Right, well, here...
Let's get going, folks. Now, this will be a bit of a different restart, because as we head through Yunsao, the whole thing of this is... How late can I start without getting slipstreamed into turn number 1? It's almost like the Indy 500 as we go racing in Brazil. Legend has called out Tyler a little bit early there. Normally he waits till about here to go, just before the safety car line. Tyler Davison is well ahead of Jake Marsh as well, but here comes Thomas Main. He's looking for a move around the outside of Jack Redmond. That's probably a very risky one, considering the incidents we've had. As there goes Juan Hernandez around the outside of Miro. He's got the job done. Great move through the centre S's.
Tyler's going to get the run. He's supposed to the left.
Here comes Tyler Davison for the lead, goes round the outside as Legend pushes him, and is he going to push him off the circuit? Oh, he does! And that gives a lot of throwbacks to a certain 2021 Grand Prix. Tyler Davison tried to hold it round the outside. Legend just gave him a bit of a squeeze, but all seemed fair. Legend Rosenberg keeps the race lead.
Juan has managed to make up one place. But
here comes Thomas Main. Thomas. Oh no! There's contact. More contact. Jack Redmond's hit the back of Aaron McFall. I don't really know if anyone's come off badly there, but there was definitely contact between the AlphaTauri and the Red Bull, and it's all gone wrong for AlphaTauri at this race start. Sam Davis has made up 2 spots. He's up. Oh, he's almost made up 3. He's gone round the outside of Borbune. This is an excellent overtake for Sam Davis. He's gone round the outside of Yunsao. Oh, poor Borbune's ended up on the grass there, but that was no fault of Sam's. That was an exquisite overtake by the world champion as Tyler Davison sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Juan Hernandez gets revenge on the AlphaTauri. He's back up to 7th. Juan is a man on a mission. His next target is Aaron McFall, who's attacking Thomas Main here, the Red Bullman, trying to make the move stick on the Williams. Is he going to go the inside or the outside? Goes to the inside, does the Red Bull. Is it going to be a fairly straightforward move? No, Thomas Main's going to try and hang it around the outside, but Aaron McFall just had much more straight line speed there. The Red Bullman has made it a Red Bull 1-5, and Aaron is into the top 5, still under pressure from Thomas Main though. Thomas made a move into this corner up here, so he'll need to watch out. No, can't make it move this time.
And thankfully so, wasn't really an opportunity there. I was saying that Tyler's well able to stick with Legend here, which is good news for his race.
Oh, look at that for Jack Redmond, he's around! The AlphaTauri has kicked up the rear and he is spun round, and now AlphaTauris are both out of the points, and what's been a fairly decent season for them so far is not going well here in Interlagos. The track has good history with the team from Firenze, but it's not working.
Watch here, I think Angelo Carrick was looking there.
He's going to go down the inside of Luke Davies. No, I don't think he is, but there was a move up here at the front. No, there was not. I think Tyler Davison, though, he's definitely close to Legend Rosenberg. Not close enough to try and overtake just yet, but he's definitely keeping with the Dutchman. He is keeping him concentrated, making sure he sees him in his rear view mirror.
That could have been a warning there for Tyler, right?
It could have been. It definitely could have been, but he might have just avoided it. I'm unsure, though. Angelo Carrick really pressuring Luke Davies, and Luke Davies is down in 9th, and it's not like he's a slouch behind them. He's Angelo Carrick, then he's Sam Davis, and here goes Borbune. He's gone round the outside of Adrian Teisch. Great move for young Bor. He's got that one done very, very well, has Borbune. Excellent stuff. As Jack Redmond he's even further down now. He's 8 seconds back off the pack. Front 2 are keeping together though. Tyler Davison is tucked up behind Legend Rosenberg. Legend, if he is able to, will easily pull away, so Tyler needs to keep on his toes here.
Yeah, however, Legend has a thing called ERS, and well, they both do, but Legend has a bit more available to him.
Legend's, as they call Checo Perez the Tire Whisperer. If I could pick someone for the ERS Whisperer, it's Legend Rosenberg. He just always seems to have a truckload. Aaron McFall is going to pressure Enzo King into a move here. He got past one Williams in 2. They decided the Lago. Can he get past another Williams? No, backs off. Enzo, good friend of Aaron McFall's. He knows he's not going to chuck it up the inside too easily there. He's going to have to wait possibly until the start finish straight. Tyler Davison keeping within 5/10 of the Red Bull now. It was about 6 or 7, but it is now 5/10 solid at the top. Sam Davison right on the back of Liam Angelo Carrick. He's on a quicker tyre, so Sam Davison needs to start making a few moves, I think, if he wants to get up, as Luke Davies is pressuring Miro Rejabui into a move here. Juan has not made a lot of progress since he got past Miro. He's still 7th, got past Jack Redmond as well, but he's not hunting in Thomas Main with much ease. Aaron McFall, we have to cut from that quickly. He's definitely going to make a move on Enzo King here. It's going to be around the outside or down the inside. He's possibly going to have to go the long way around the outside. Enzo King, the most mature driver on the grid. Unfortunately, can't defend that one too well. Aaron McFall, just with a lot of straight line speed, has a lot of pace in the back of that Red Bull.
And the Alfa Romeo of Regubi. I do apologise for the mispronunciation there.
To be fair, I don't really know how to pronounce it either. Here comes Liam Angelo Carrick. He's going to go around the outside, and I believe Juan Hernandez has made a move as well. Here comes Carrick around the outside in the Aston Martin. Oh, they've made a bit of contact. Both very lucky to keep in a straight line there. Now Miro could possibly try a move on Luke Davies. I believe Liam Angelo Carrick might have got 2 and 2 corners there, because he's now up to 8th spot where he was 10th. Juan Hernandez got past Thomas Main as well. So Juan Hernandez is on the up again.
Yeah, so now Juan, the aim here now is he's got to reel in his former teammate Enzo, who is on track for some decent points today.
We can see the incident. Hold on, I've just got a clip sent to me of the Liam Houseman incident. He got squeezed into one, is what I'm seeing here, and then I believe it was just unfortunate contact between the Alpine and the McLaren. As Enzo King looks back for a move on Aaron McFall. Yeah, that's what happened there with Liam Houseman. I believe there was a Williams involved in that as well. But you can't quite see that. Tyler Davison is still in the hunt, as here goes Borbune and Glennon side by side into turn number 2, and that's going to be a brilliant move by the Alpine if he can just hold around the outside down the Retroposta. This is going to have to be a tricky move on the brakes, but it looks like Borbune just has a surge in power. I think he got the DRS there, and that's what happened. So Borbune stays ahead for the time being. Thomas Main is keeping right with Juan Hernandez, and Enzo King is keeping right with Aaron McFall. The Williams crew are running very well here in Brazil.
Yep, as it stands, a 5-7, so there'll be 10 and 6 points respectively, so 16 points to bring home. Will be very good for the Williams team.
Of course, Yuri Wessels was running really well at the start of the season, so they do have a good load of points. As Sam Davis, I think, is going to make another move on the Alfa Romeo down into turn number 1, but this is going to be a bit more tricky because the Alfa Romeo has slipstream and DRS of his own. Miro he's got to look for the Luke Davies. No, I thought he almost might have. That would have been a bit of a sketchy send if he was to do it into turn number 1, but he didn't. And now Liam Houseman has left. That is, it was an unfortunate, very, very swift end to the day for the Alpine. As there goes Sam Davis. He's got to try go down the inside of the Alfa Romeo, and he's got that job done. The Alfa Romeo just concedes, and now Sam Davis is back up into the top 10 after a lap 1 incident. Jack Redmond sets the fastest lap of the day with a 9.6. Not bad for the other AlphaTauri, making gains again, the both of them.
Legend almost is topping out in his ERS, almost 100%. So you see there in the corner.
I don't really get why he doesn't use it. I don't get it, because what is he saving 100% for? Like, he could still chuck 10% off it down the straight, and he'd still get that 100 back. He's not being very clever with the regeneration, because you want to get the maximum.
I believe he's used a bit there, to be fair.
He's used a bit there, yeah. Because he's trying to pull Tyler Davison away, but Tyler Davison is not falling away.
Yeah, so it seems like Tyler's got that pace here.
I think Legend has the pace advantage, but that DRS is just keeping Tyler Davison right behind the Red Bull.
And it might be an important juncture now in this race.
Here comes Sam Davison. He's up the inside of Luke Davies, and he's got that one done much easier than he did on Miro.
I believe the championship lead would flip here if it ends up the way it is right now.
Need to keep an eye though, because of course Carrick, Davies and the back 3 all can go to softs at the end of the race, where everyone else will go to mediums. They'll be pitting fairly soon actually, so we need to keep an eye on that. They'll be pitting about lap 16. We're on lap 12 of the FVR Season 6 Brazilian Grand Prix. If you're just joining us, welcome. We've had a bit of an interesting race start, but it is still the same top 2 from qualifying as it was
I believe Liam Andrew Carrick is reeling in Thomas Main.
Here he goes. He's got to go for the Thomas Main, possibly. He's got a great surge of power, but Thomas just has that DRS. He has that extra 25 kilometres an hour pace to just stay ahead of the Aston Martin and Thomas Main. He's been helped here by Juan Hernandez. But Liam Carrick, Thomas Main's made a mistake there. Down onto the retro post into the Descida de Lago. Can Liam Angelo Carrick get the move done? No, Thomas Main just has enough in that car. What happened to Liam Houseman? Unfortunately, Liam Houseman was involved in a turn 2 incident, meaning he's already out of the race. He was involved with Harry Delaney. They're both gone by turn 1. Here we go. It's the battle for 12th again. It's going to be Alpine around the outside. That's a splendid move. That is fantastic. We see Borbune defend it the first time, but that is a tremendous overtake for P12. Sometimes the battles for the lower points can be brilliant, but that's 2 very good attempts at an overtake. The second one succeeding. And now Alpine, one car is out, but they've another in 12th on the brink of the points. So really great stuff there for them. As Tyler Davison is even closer to Legend now on this lap. Legend is... Oh, here we go, sorry. Just have to cut quickly. Jake Marsh into the pit lane.
I think this might not be the worst call for Jake. He was in a comfortable third there. And now is maybe just...
Oh, yellow flag. That is Adrian Teisch. That's gone, I believe, just out of Yunsao. Liam Angelo Carrick was really close to Thomas Main, but he could not force a move. And a bit of an issue here with Williams. If they want to pit the same lap, they have to double stack, so one of them's going to have to stay out a lap longer. And we can see Liam Angelo Carrick is right on the back of the Williams of Thomas Main, but the speedy Belgian is definitely not going to fall that easy. He's the highest medium runner, is Liam Carrick. Not many medium runners. I thought there would have been more, but the highest medium runner is Adrian. Fancies himself a pit stop. Jake Marsh has come out in 13th. He's come out about 2.5 seconds behind Borbune. Borbune not making a pit stop just yet. Let's look at Liam Carrick. Surely he gets the move done here on Thomas Main as we head up through Yunsao, head up the hill, rounding that left-hander, which is absolutely flat out in the Formula 1 car. Thomas Main dives in, and so does Aaron McFall, and so does Juan Hernandez. But Enzo King stays out as well as the front two. They have a gap, so they want to go longer. But this gives Jake Marsh a real chance at an undercut here. He could possibly pick up the front 2 spots. He should be clear of Thomas Main, Aaron McFall, and Juan Hernandez. He should definitely be clear of those because he was ahead of them before the pit stop, and the undercut, a powerful move here. If you're unsure what an undercut is, it's basically when you pit earlier than the guy you're trying to overtake and you go quicker on your outlaps on fresh tyres. But Jake Marsh, he's easily clear of these guys. But it'll be interesting to see now, can these guys perform any undercuts, because Enzo King has stayed out.
Yeah, so maybe I'll see when Williams went into the pit, so the other day, no, the Enzo I believe was ahead on the road, so could be his own prerogative. And in this case, it might maybe just a bit of clean air would be just as beneficial, if not more, than an undercut. But now let's see, is Enzo in?
No, he stays out, so he's definitely going to fall behind them, but I think he could be just waiting for a safety car. It's a good call. He's used to doing that, Enzo. He can definitely manage a set of tyres to go a long distance in Grand Prix. Of course, you remember back that Austria race where he won, folks? He was on the complete wrong set of tyres. No, he wasn't on a set of hards where he should have been on a set of softs. He was on a set of intermediates in full dry conditions, and he ended up winning that race. That was an excellent feat of Grand Prix history. Tyler Davison is right behind Legend Rosenberg, and I have a feeling one of these might pit this lap, if not both.
Yeah, at this point you have to pit really just to...
Look at Liam Carrick trying to force a move on Enzo King. The Aston Martin's all over the back of the Williamsman, the 2 Mercedes-powered cars, and of course Enzo used to race for the factory Mercedes team. That's a 10-second time penalty for corner cutting. What's happened there? Something's happened to the Alpine. It's headed into the wall and has picked up a 10-second time penalty.
I'll tell you what's happened. She's around turn 6 or 7. Turn 6. If the rear's kicked out, probably slid across the track.
There's no damage, which would make me think She hasn't hit the wall. As
No, yeah, she's
there we
just
go,
on
the
the
front
side.
two are in. Enzo King stays out. It's a swap for the lead. It's Liam Carrick into the Grand Prix lead. We'll see where Jake Marsh is in retrospect to the front two. Aaron McFall is right behind the Ferrari as well, so these two could be very close. Out of the pit lane, Aaron McFall sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, and Legend Rosenberg just exiting the pit lane now. Jake Marsh, no, he's going to be mild. He's going to be behind here. They are out of the pit lane already, and Jake Marsh is still 3.7 behind the front two, doing a very good job there to hold the front two spots.
Aaron not going for the move there. Interesting.
Interesting thing here as well is, look who Legend Rosenberg's behind. He's behind Luke Davies, Tyler Davison's teammate, and he probably will catch before Luke Davies comes into the pit lane. So, will Luke Davies sacrifice a few positions to possibly get Tyler in front of Legend, or will he just stick to strategy? Because if he's sticking to strategy, he'll be pitting in the next 3 or 4 laps.
Yeah, I think, but with Legend just catching up, that he doesn't really have to slow himself down to get just to mess up with Legend.
True. Sam Davis is in for his second stop of the day. He's going to go for a set of mediums to the end. Enzo King stays out again, surprisingly enough, so he's trying something wacky. He's trying something different. And Legend Rosenberg is definitely hunting in Luke Davies, so this could be a very, very interesting call by the Mercedes crew. We've seen Red Bull do it before. We've seen Aaron McFall stay out once to defend for Marcus Towell. Didn't work on that occasion. Will it work if Luke Davies does it here? I imagine if Legend does catch, he will do it. But I don't think Luke is going to be sacrificing any form of pace. As I imagine, surely we see Enzo King into the pits, because he has to go for the mediums. And if he doesn't go for them soon, he won't get that much of an advantage out of them. He's struggling. Definitely struggling. Luke Davies in a bit of DRS now. That'll help him stay in front of Legend Rosenberg. Is Enzo King going to pull into the pit lane? He absolutely is. Into the pit lane comes Enzo King. And there, Luke Davies now is set free in second place. Legend Rosenberg in third, as that's the fastest lap of the Grand Prix for Tyler Davison. Could he possibly go for the move for what will be the provisional Grand Prix lead? Oh, he's down a wobble there through the second part of the Senna S's, meaning he's definitely not going to get the move done here as we head down the Reta Oposta into the Cido del Lago. He's not going to get the job done. He's broke really late there to stick with him. And Legend is catching Luke Davies. If Luke Davies can stay ahead of Legend for the first 2 straights and back him up in the middle sector, that'll be a very nice call. Borbune picks up a 3-second time penalty there.
I want to give Legend DRS though, because then that's the chance he gets to pull away.
True.
Realistically, what they need is for Tyler to get past, then get Luke to...
True, that's very true actually. That could be what they're trying to work on. But Brendan's normally a bit of a demon at strategies and stuff like that, so whether they think of it or not is the real question. Down the main straight to start lap number 20 of the Brazilian Grand Prix comes Liam Angelo Carrick.
Legend's in. He's in anyways.
He's in the DRS, but I think Luke Davies might just have a gap to stay in front. Look at Legend braking here. Luke Davies needs to become a little bit of a defensive maestro if he wants to keep the Red Bull behind, although he might do it due to a safety car, because that's Adrian Teisch out, and there goes the safety car. Meaning Luke Davies and Liam will get a free pit stop on the fresh softs. And that's worked out quite beautifully for them. It's worked out beautifully for Alpine, because Lennon is into the pit lane.
Actually, I've got a big question. If you're Legend and Tyler, or anyone behind, do you go for the soft tyres?
It's true, because they'll very easily make the end now. Because we will have a few laps under the safety car as well.
Enzo was practically on course to try to do a whole race with them, so... But now, yes, if you are Luke Davies, this has kind of saved you.
Yeah, it has.
It means
he's a very lucky man this season. He is. All the stars have lined up for him.
It's pretty much throwing him a safety net in this case.
Well, we all know the front two are pitting, but the question is, do Red Bull... Tyler cannot pit here, because Luke is pitting.
No, but Tyler's got a bit of a gap. I think
Tyler's pit.
Okay.
Legend stayed out. Legend is the man to stay out. Tyler Davison is going... Tyler Davison's fine on the double stack because Aaron is 3.7 seconds behind, and Aaron is in. Jake Marsh will stay out. Juan Hernandez is in. Thomas Main has stayed out, and Sam Davison will stay out, as well as Enzo King, I imagine, because he just pit. What's Miro going to do? Miro stays out, and then Jack Redmond, I imagine, will pull into the pit lane. He will, and then the two behind have pit. So, a bit of a shuffle up in the order. And can Luke Davies get out in front of Enzo King here? That'll be the big one. He absolutely will. Okay, Luke Davies is 6th. Liam Angelo Carrick has come out in 3rd position. My oh my, are we in for an ending? Because Legend has Jake Marsh behind. But then he has soft runners. Then he's Thomas Main. Thomas Main back up to 4th. Sam Davis at 5th. Luke Davies 6th. Enzo King 7th. Miro in 8th. Tyler Davison in 9th. Aaron McFall in 10th. Then we have Hernandez, Glennon, Redmond and Bune. The non-point scorers as it stands. But I imagine one will get there eventually.
This should mean that Luke Scott is safe. His championship lead will be safe now. The safety car means he's jumped to P6. Tyler now down in P9. It's not great for him. But I'd expect that he'd be able
Tyler's
to
down in P9, but this is also into Lagos. You can make overtakes. You'll have to work it past Miro and Enzo for the start and then see where he goes.
Yeah, that's the thing. Now then, oh well, he's got one person.
Oh, there we go. He's opted for the pit lane.
So that's a position there for Tyler. But now, if you're Luke now, let's say you're not really getting past anyone here, and
Miro's gone for the mediums.
Do you let him go to try chase Legend, or do you keep your place?
No, Luke stays in front here for Mercedes, I think, because he's the championship leader.
But if the championship leader wants to keep that, minimise losses...
Well, Luke's on the soft serve as well. Luke's no slouch, so he could possibly do it himself.
But Tyler has been the one challenging Legend from the very start.
Yeah, but realistically, Tyler's in 8th here. So he has a bit of a job to do if he wants to keep with Legend, because you have to remember, it's not like Legend is just going to stay at the one part of the track. He's going to be pulling away.
We'll do a Hungry 2017 on it, and maybe just let one guy go, and if that doesn't work, just swap it back later.
True, but I have a feeling this could end up in any way here. I have a feeling this is not going to be a straightforward race to the end, because FVR normally isn't, and that's the beauty of it. I have a feeling Liam Angelo Carrick is going to be very involved in this one.
Yes, that is actually true.
He's on a fresh set of softs, and he has 2 pole positions this season.
But they've got one job to do. Well, first of all, safety car in this lap. But the main job now for Liam is, don't get caught out here in terms to Jake. If you can just get past him, Legend is there for the taking.
Jake's no slouch either, so we're kind of forgetting Jake here. He could definitely have a go at the Red Bull man. He's been running a comfortable 3rd all day, has Jake Marsh, due to his teammates drop off, but we go racing in Brazil, and that's a brilliant restart for Legend Rosenberg. Oh, I believe Sam Davis could pick up a penalty. He's passed before the start finish line, but here comes Liam Angelo Carrick down the inside of Jake Marsh in towards the centre S's, and I believe Sam Davis could get the Britain as well. Round the outside, Sam pushed off the circuit. Jake Marsh has got to get the run down the retro posta, but keep an eye on Thomas Main as well. He could get involved in this. Brilliant view here as Sam Davis down the inside of Jake Marsh heading into the Decido del Lago. Jake Marsh has pushed off the circuit and has to just brake to keep it on as board. Oh, Tyler's done. Tyler's gone on the grass.
He went for something that wasn't on there, and that's probably cost him big time.
That's cost Tyler the Grand Prix definitely here as Aaron McFall tries round the outside of Enzo King. That's a brilliant overtake by the Red Bull man. Bit of a push and a bit of a shove, but Robbins racing. Juan Hernandez is now battling with his old teammate as he chucks one up the inside into the Bico de Pato. He almost gets it done. Enzo, he has got it done. He's got the traction there out of nowhere. Battle for the lead though. Liam Angelo Carrick, could he take his first win of the season? That's Bob Bune gone at the back. Liam Carrick started last in this Grand Prix. He's got to go around the outside of the Dutchman. These two came together in the United States. Are they going to come together here around the outside? Legend leaves him no room. He knows how quick this man truly is. He's got to try around the outside. It's an optimistic send for the Aston Martin. This is Legend's former team, killing his chances of a race win possibly. Carrick though is going to have to stick behind for lap 24. He's not got the run on him there.
I'd say he's got a couple more opportunities before these softs start to even out with the mediums.
Jack Redmond got past Enzo King. Oh, Enzo King's gone. Enzo King's in the wall. That's what's happened there. He's lost it on the exit of the Decido del Lago. He spun.
That's strange stuff.
Yeah, that is strange for Enzo King, especially. He's normally fairly cool, calm and collected with his traction, especially. Luke Davies has not made any overtakes yet. He could do it getting past Thomas Main. We're going to cut back to the lead, heading through Yunsao. Legend managed to defend on the last attempt for an overtake. Can he defend on this one? Here we go, up the hill, through the final corner. Liam Angelo Carrick is going to tuck into the slipstream. No DRS just yet. This is giving Legend a little bit of space, a little bit of room. A little bit more even to say. Liam Carrick, no, doesn't chuck it up the inside. There is still 11 laps left in this Grand Prix. He knows he's time. He knows he's the better tyres till the end of this Grand Prix. He's going to go for it though. Down towards turn number 4. It's going to have to be the outside for the Aston Martin if he wants to get it done. And round the outside, Legend Rosenberg keeps the car there, and he's pushed the Aston Martin to the limit of the curb, but he did not push him off the circuit, meaning that is splendid defending for Legend Rosenberg. Really good stuff. Juan Hernandez is trying around the outside of our championship, but he's got it done. What a move by the Spaniard. That is fantastic racing for the number 30 Juan Hernandez. That is really great stuff for the Ferrari man. He gains another spot. Aaron McFall could chuck it up the inside of Thomas Main. No, thinks the better of it. Battle back for the lead. Liam Carrick, he struggled to get past on the last attempt. I believe he should have DRS on this attempt. Or the next.
He didn't have it here.
He should have it.
He might actually want to hold
back.
No,
he won't.
Here.
He won't have it here.
No,
here he goes. He's going to chuck it up the inside. The rear wing's open for the Aston Martin. Side by side, he's almost in the pit wall. But down the inside goes Liam Angelo Carrick to lead the Brazilian Grand Prix. Legend Rosenberg will have to stick in the DRS here, but it's going to be a tough ask to keep up with those fresh softs on the Aston Martin. Thomas Main has the DRS, but so does Jake Marsh, quite crucially. Thomas Main's really been in a stalemate all day. He can't be attacked from behind because he's the DRS, but he can't really attack in front. Aaron McFall very out of shape as we head through turn 4. He needs to make a few moves here, does Aaron McFall. Needs to be bold. He's got to be bold. He's got to go up the inside. Does the Red Bull, and that could be a great move if he can make it stick. Absolutely does. Thomas Main yields a little bit there. And now Juan Hernandez is pressuring the Williams. The Williamsman is kind of just a bit stuck here because he's on all tyres. Juan Hernandez.
Went for it.
Yep, that's a bit of a trademark move for Hernandez today, and he's got the traction out of the corner, and he's got the job done around the Maguto.
Luke's got to get this move done the straight here.
Yeah, Luke has to get it done. He needs to burn his ERS, and he needs to send it into the centre S's because he's the mighty Jack Redmond behind him. Them two have shared a podium on 2 occasions this season. Luke's 2 wins, Jack 2. Second, he got a second place and a third place. Legend Rosenberg's kept right with Liam Carrick here. He could get another run down to the Decido del Lago, but he's got a really poor exit out of the centre S's. I don't think he'll get this one done here unless it's a bit of a send. Liam Carrick knows where Legend's limit is. Does Legend know where Liam Carrick is? What he can do? He's not close enough on this occasion. Aaron McFall chucks it up the inside of Jake Marsh. Jake, another man on the mediums. Aaron McFall, another man making a move in a Ferrari. Yeah, Ferrari swap here. Hernandez is faster than you. Is the radio message going through there? You'll remember that one from Germany. Hockenheim, to be exact. Fernando and Felipe Massa. Juan Hernandez now is up to 5th spot. Man on the quicker tyres. Jake Marsh, though, will have a little bit of an easier job defending Thomas Main, as Luke Davies needs to be making overtakes.
We're getting a really nice bunch coming up here. It's going from about 3rd all the way down to 12th.
Yep, Tyler's back with them now. That's just what's been happening because of the train. Legend Rosenberg is almost out of a second. Normally we're saying that because he's pulling a second on somebody. He's almost fallen out of it, but that DRS will help as Aaron McFall. It passed Sam Davison, and Juan Hernandez passed Sam Davison as well down the inside. That's a risky move, but the Spaniard, he's going to try check a switchback. He's almost got it done, but he's got to get this one done surely here. He's the better traction, he's the better car, but Sam Davison has DRS to defend. He's tucked right into the inside, and now he pulls back over, heading into turn number 4, but Sam Davison now still holds fourth. Juan Hernandez has to get imaginative. He has to get creative. The Spaniard, he's gone for it down the inside, heading into this corner, which is not known for an overtake. He's got the job done, the Spaniard. He's been exquisite today. He's been magnificent. And Juan Hernandez now finds himself on the brink of a podium finish here in Brazil.
Just as one more person to get past for that podium. But you're probably wondering what could have been, especially as he was right up there before that safety car incident.
Luke Davies still can't get past Thomas Main. Sorry to jump over you there, Brendan, but I thought he was going to go for a movement to Yunsao. Needs a great run on him here. This needs to be an overtake. Has to be done. He's tucked up right behind the Williamsman. This needs to be a send into turn number 1. It's not going to be. Thomas Main defends him to the inside. Luke Davies pushes to the outside, but the Williamsman positions his car perfectly. What does he? Luke Davies round the outside. It becomes the inside, but then swiftly the outside again, and the Mercedesman was tucked into a spot there, which he couldn't get out of. He's going to have another go down into the Casino Delago around the outside again for the Mercedes. No, this is brilliant defending from Thomas Main. He's been in this position before as the Williams. He's experienced at it, and that is really showed there. That was brilliant defending for Thomas Main. He just left Luke a car width, which is what you have to do, of course, according to racing regulation, racing etiquette.
Although Thomas, I believe he may be falling out of DRS here, in which case...
Yeah, he's fallen out of DRS, meaning that'll be it, as that's Tyler Davison past... to the points. That's a yellow flag. That's Miro gone. Are we going to go to a safety car here again? We do.
Yes.
And Legend has pulled into the pit lane. He's pulled straight in.
Juan stayed out.
Sam Davis pulls into the pit lane as well, and so does Jake Marsh.
Williams is pulling in.
Thomas Main stays out. He's up to 4th. And look at this. Luke Davies now finds himself in 5th, and Tyler Davison back up to 7th.
Now is where the fun really begins.
Good call by Glennon and Bune to pit as well, because they're at the back anyway, so may as well get a bit of fresh rubber. Legend is now 8th.
Good news for Enzo as well. Looks like he'll be able to...
Yeah, be able to catch back up, which is great news for Enzo, because he stayed with us here. He didn't retire the car, as Jack Redmond has disconnected. Or could be resetting his Wi-Fi. Sometimes he does do that.
I suppose if that is good, it should mean his Wi-Fi will be fine for the rest of the race then.
I don't think it's been too bad.
Well...
Oh no, his internet's just gone. It's just gone.
Oh. Never mind. Now, Tyler, I think you've got to... well... put in a defensive masterclass, shall we say.
Tyler Davison, and I bet you didn't expect me to say this sentence at the start of the season, needs to become the biggest wingman in the world for Luke Davies.
Well, I think Juan Hernandez could win this race here.
I think he could. I think the only man who couldn't win this race in the top 7 or 8 maybe is Thomas Main. And that's not because of his pace, that's just because he's on shredded mediums.
And it helped him keep Luke Davies behind anyway.
Oh, somebody's in. Oh, it's Jack Redmond. His AI's pit him.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, this now gets even more interesting, because now Legend's only 2 cars behind his championship rival.
Well, given that it's AI, you may as well have just said it was about...
Yeah, that's true, but Jack Redmond could have come back in before the end of the safety car.
0.001 cars behind.
He could have come back in under the safety car, though, that's what I was thinking.
Well, yeah,
his car would still be in there, but now, unfortunately, he is down to 12th. Enzo King, pit for new tyres, he's going to catch up. Well, I imagine.
Yeah, you'll catch up, but it'll take another lap or 2.
Yeah.
In which case, we're pretty
not an issue, because that means they'll be going for more reckless moves, and that means I will be enjoying it a lot more.
Well, until you see our shoot report.
Oh yeah, then I'll be moaning, but For now, I think we just enjoy it. Well, we're on lap number 31 of the FVR Brazilian Grand Prix here in Season 6. We are through the halfway point of the season now, because halfway through this round was the halfway point. But really, it's such a short season because of the launch of the new Formula 1 2022 game that every race is crucial. If Legend loses more points to Luke Davies here, he will be in a spot of bother.
Especially as I feel that this track isn't quite, well, isn't exactly Luke Davies' best track, so I'd expect it to get better. The
only thing for Legend is next week is his best track on the calendar in the form of Monaco. Then we have Spa, and then after that is his home Grand Prix. Jack Redmond in the pits again, because I put him on 13 lap old mediums, so he has to
genius AI
make another stop there, as Enzo King is with us now. Will be in this lap. Will we get DRS? I don't know.
Yeah,
we will get DRS.
It'll be a 4-lap sprint a la Season 2. And...
No, Season 2 is a 2-lap sprint.
2-lap sprint, you sure?
It was a 2-lap sprint. It was Karem Demirtas, Benjamin Bulwark and Tim Wentink. None of them who are on the grid right now. To be fair, Karem's only did about 3 races. Yeah, and he's actually won 2 races, to be fair. I believe Season 2 Brazil. Oh yeah, he did a few races in Season 3 for Alfa Romeo. Yeah, got a podium in the United States, and he won Bahrain, I believe. Yeah, he had a podium in Silverstone, I believe, after a penalty removal. A podium in that Silverstone race was mental. I remember that one. That was brilliant. It was literally chaos. Yeah, that was a beautiful race. I really enjoyed that one. He was on the wrong strategy, but everyone was fighting so much that he got to make it work. Oh yeah, it was chaos. Honestly, if you don't have anything to do this evening, I recommend go back and watch that race. It was Season 3, Silverstone. Let's see, Aaron, you gonna go for it here now? Aaron is going to go for it here because, like, who wouldn't? Let's be real. Irish one too, I believe. I believe Aaron's driver has no helmet on him. But let's not focus on that now. We're in for a cracker end to this Grand Prix. Angelo Carrick leads us away on the safety car restart for Aston Martin Cognizant, and we go racing it into Lagos. He's got a brilliant launch on Aaron McFall. Juan Hernandez has got a brilliant launch as well. He could put the Red Bull man under some amount of pressure here as he goes down towards turn number 1. Is there anybody making moves? Legend Rosenberg goes round the outside of Tyler Davison, and look at Tyler already forces into a defensive move, but Legend, oh, there goes that FIFA round. That's Thomas Main out of the Grand Prix. Really unfortunate for him, which opens us up now to the soft tyres only. Tyler Davison defends into the Descido del Lago. Legend Rosenberg has to go the long way, and he's almost shoved off the circuit. He's picked up a 3-second penalty. He's tucked into the inside, Legend, trying to make a move stick. He's going to have to do it the long way around the outside, and Tyler Davison here is putting up a defensive show and a half. Legend down the inside, Tyler Davison. Oh, he's round. He's tried to keep on the inside. He did absolutely everything he could, but unfortunately it was not good enough, and now Legend has a free shot at his title rival Luke Davies. This is going to be a scrap for the ages if Luke can just produce a little bit of pace here. Legend still has his eyes on winning this Grand Prix. That is for sure. He still has his eyes on winning it. I think that penalty will be removed though, because he was pushed off circuit by Tyler Davison. Here comes Legend Rosenberg. He has the launch on Luke Davies. These two first and second in the driver's standings. Luke Davies defends the inside. Rosenberg round the outside. The Season 5 Drivers' World Champion gets the job done. Luke Davies could not do much more there. He put up not great a defence. Sam Davison is going to have to go down the inside as well. Legend went the long way. Luke Davies is going to try the long way. It's actually easier to defend the long way into this corner. Sam Davison, though, gets the job done. Luke's picked up a penalty, meaning he's going to fall behind Jake Marsh as well, and possibly Jack Redmond. This has ended horribly for Mercedes, but I think Liam Carrick might do enough here because he's pulling on Aaron McFall. Legend Rosenberg now. Well, he has Juan Hernandez in front of him, and these two have a bit of history. They were title rivals last season, as Jake Marsh now sends it up the inside of Luke Davies. Luke Davies is falling, and he is falling fast. He is fallen down to 7th, and Enzo King has worked his way up to 8th. Fair play, Enzo. He was 40 seconds behind. Here comes Legend Rosenberg versus Juan Hernandez. And if you thought Tyler defended hard, wait until you see how this Ferrari-man defends, because he's going to have to go. Legend's going to have to do something big here, because the man who is great with his ERS is already out of his ERS. He's less than 10%, trying to make that move stick on Tyler. He knew how crucial that was, and that is, I believe, Enzo King gone round again. Oh, Jack Redmond's out of the race as well, so we're down to just 11 runners.
Oh, brilliant.
We're down to just 11 runners. The Brazilian Grand Prix never has a lot of finishers here in FVR. It's produced that once again. Legend Rosenberg, though, is trying to pressure Juan Hernandez into a move. Liam Carrick's gone at the front. He's won this race pretty much. And now Legend, is he going to try around the outside? Oh, surely that doesn't work. Surely that doesn't work. Oh, he's hit Juan! And Legend has spun Juan round. He's on the podium now, is Legend, but will he keep it? I have absolutely no idea.
Oh, dear.
That's not good. He tried round the outside and it did not work. And then he spun. He spun Juan Hernandez, which is not great. He's on the podium now, and I imagine there'll be a bit of multi-21 possibly. Legend will be let through on Aaron, but Liam Carrick is soared away at the front of this Grand Prix, and he enters the last lap. Liam Carrick started this race from the back of the grid. He started last for this Brazilian Grand Prix. Juan Hernandez has got past Bourbieu after being spun round. He's up to 8th. He will get some spots due to penalties in front of him. Jake Marsh, though, he's not really attacked Sam Davis here. Legend, is he going to go for it on Aaron? Is Aaron going to concede position here to his title challenging teammate? To be fair, Aaron could still be in the title fight if he wanted to be. We know Legend has been in title fights with teammates before. He was in a title fight with Lewis McWilliam. They were level on points in the Battle of Marina Bay back in season number 4. I don't know if he's going to be let through here. I think Legend might get the run on him to the line. Speaking of Lewis McWilliam, we all know what happened last season on the run to the line. Legend Rosenberg down the inside of his teammate, and Aaron McFall has conceded that one.
But he might.
More than a Norwich City defence, that one was. He's conceded that one. But Liam Carrick, he's done enough here. He's absolutely done enough, and this might be one of the best performances you've seen this season. He started last from the back. It was pure, fast, quick, and composed driving, and Liam Carrick wins the Brazilian Grand Prix. Aaron McFall will get second. Sam Davison will be on the podium in Brazil after a first lap incident. Jake Marsh 4th, Legend 5th, Juan in 6th, Luke Davies 7th, Tyler Davison 8th, and I didn't see after that because of he went off the screen. But Liam Carrick, wow, what a performance. Was helped a lot by the safety car, but still. Yeah, he's on the podium. The Aston Martin man celebrates his first Formula Virtual Racing win. He's 2 poles and 2 podiums. This is his first win for Aston Martin. Aston Martin. He replaced Brady Pollock, and he's brought glory back to the Aston Martin team that does not lack it. And that is an Irish 1-2.
Indeed.
There's your full race results. It was Liam Carrick who took the win ahead of Aaron McFall. Then it was Sam Davison in 3rd. He takes a podium. Delighted to see it for Sam. He deserves that after a great race for him. Jake Marsh in 4th. Legend 5th. Juan 6th. Davies 7th. Davison 8th. Bune 9th. King 10th. Glennon 11th. Redmond 12th. The non-finishers were Redmond, Main, Regibui, Teish, Van Schendel, Houseman and Delaney. Brendan, who wins the safety award?
Liam. Obviously, if you do last at first without consequence, really, that's pretty deserving, I'd say.
Another great race, and the title battle is well and truly on.
I'd say nice to see Sam
nice to see Sam back on the podium, yeah. Was it all because of a strategist? Well, I guess we'll never find out. But, any final thoughts?
It's a very interesting Grand Prix, and there might be some interesting steward investigation afterwards. First of all, Is Legend going to get a penalty for that one incident?
Well, he hasn't mentioned it, so I don't feel he does.
Well, you'd say that, but things don't necessarily appear straight away.
True. There's a couple of complaints about different people's driving, but we're not getting into that now. That's all we do have time for, ladies and gentlemen. We do hope you enjoyed the New Zealand Grand Prix. Join us next week in the famous Monte Carlo. Stay safe and stay well, ladies and gentlemen, and we will see you next time.